Hello and welcome back to the Priest class campaign. The exciting finale is here. Let's go and conclude the storyline for the Priest. The light walks among us, as does one of our enemies. You have done well to bring the prophecy to life, but it is not yet complete. The shadows must rise, and to do so, the cult of forgotten shadows must be restored. You will find the few remaining followers at the cemetery in Duskwood. They linger there near the graves of their fallen leader. Now, I took the portal from the central chamber to Karazhan as we were flying towards Duskwood. The Cult of Forgotten Shadows was formerly a dark version of the Followers of the Holy Light, one could say. They were followers of a twisted version of the teachings of the Holy Light, mostly formed by Forsaken. They kind of had to deal with the whole transition into being undead, and they were kind of banished from the Holy Light, or at least lore-wise, the Holy Light kind of burns the undead, so they had to find some alternatives to this. So the Cult of the Forgotten Shadows spread as sort of this cult that worshipped the shadows instead. It's more of like an egocentrical version of the teachings, and it's sprung up in amongst Sylvanus' followers in northern Lordaeron here. Had its main base in Deathnell, I believe, but we are going to take a trip over here to the cemetery in Duskwood and see... Oh, I got stuck on a tree there. And see what this has to do with the cult. And here we have Odessa Belford and this is Mika Belford.
I'm listening.
You will not let the heretics finish what they started. Our leader's spirit may be lost to the void, but we will keep her body safe until it can be returned.
Trust no one.
Oh, who's this? Natalie, Selene.
What is it?
Alonso sent you, did he? He's never shown much interest in us before. Of course, we've never been ones to follow the light, at least not in the way that most would want us to. We embrace the shadows as well, finding our faith in the balance between both extremes.
Watch your back.
Our leader was murdered for her beliefs, or so most would believe. Natalie Selene knew her fate, and took steps to protect herself from an inevitable death. The night her attackers came, Natalie sent her spirits to the void, its location known only to Natalie herself. She penned a spell to retrieve it in one of her many journals, but the tome has since fallen into the hands of those who wished her dead in the first place. Without her journal, we will never be able to recover her spirit.
Beware the living.
Now we need to find Natalie's journal. Turns out, it's apparently taken by the Twilight Lord Urgrok, and yeah, the Twilight's hammer, of course, are the... We met these guys when we got the Shadow Artifact, the worshippers, the cult that worship the old gods. And here they have a little camp, it seems. And here we find the journal, a collection of notes penned by the leader of the Cult of Forgotten Shadows. Let's return to the graveyard.
I'm listening.
We watch over Natalie's body, forever hopeful that her spirit will return. This is it. It's the journal that contains the spell to locate Natalie's spirit.
Farewell.
This is without a doubt Natalie's writing. The entry was scrawled in haste, but the message is clear. The spell within this journal will lead us to Natalie's spirit. But it needs to be incantated at the Shadow Altar, within the catacombs. Odessa and I have a duty to watch over Natalie's body, but with your considerable power, you should be able to perform the spell with ease.
Trust no one.
Ooh, let's head into the tomb. If you're curious about more of this stuff in this area, by the way, you want to check out my Leveling Legacy playthrough, where we kind of deal with all the quests in Duskwood. And it's on the channel, in a playlist somewhere. You should be able to find this. By the way, these enemies aren't that dangerous to deal with. And here is the journal, somehow placed here. Let's read the journal.
The shadows will devour you. My spirit is one with the void. Thank you, priest. The weight of the darkness has been lifted. Greetings.
The lure of the void is strong. There were times I thought I would be lost there forever. Thank you for freeing me.
Embrace the shadows.
You pulled my spirit from the void, which is no easy feat. I cannot deny the part of me that would stay there forever, embraced by the shadows. The void is filled with many whispers, Oros, the kind that should have us all worried. We cannot afford to be separated by our beliefs. We should come together as priests of both light and shadow to face the burning legion together.
You have the shadows at your side, should you ever need them. Well met.
News of my return will spread fast among those who share my beliefs. Soon, Azeroth will see the rise of shadows. But I imagine this is not news to you. Whatever your plan may be, I hope it continues to see the cult of Forgotten Shadows as allies.
The shadows will rise again.
Stop where you are. Only priests may step foot within this temple.
Please, let me pass. I have news of Delos Moonfang.
Dallas, you say? Very well. You may remain as a guest until your business with the commander is complete.
This is Lord Maxwell Tyrosus, and he is from the Paladin class Order Hall. We'll have a chat with him after we deliver the quest to Alonsus.
We will accomplish much together.
The Forsaken will rejoice at Natalie Selene's return, and we will as well, knowing that the prophecy is being fulfilled.
May light and shadow guide you.
Oh yes. So if you can tell, by the way, the fact that we're doing this, we are kind of gathering the forces of the Holy Light, we're gathering the forces of the Discipline, kind of represented by the Scarlet Crusade here, and we also gather the forces of the Shadow. So we're kind of uniting all the different specs here.
Azeroth will not fall while we stand.
But also, we have to combine our efforts with the Paladins. They are also worshippers of the light, and let's work together with them. And we heard about Delos Moonfang. She was the night elf that kind of were a priest here, and she is left to kind of do this investigation with a Pony Brightmane, a Paladin. I've received word from the High Lord, the Paladin leader, that a group of Paladins and priests were captured after a battle broke out at Fell Blaze in Gress. Your priestess, Delos Moonfang, was among those captured. They have been taken through the demon portal and into the Legion stronghold of Niskara. We will need the assistance of the Conclave if we have any hopes of recovering them.
May the light give you strength.
So this means that we have to go to Fellblaze Ingress. Fellblaze Ingress is located on the Broken Isles. It's in Azuna, over here on the northeastern edge. This is Fellblaze Ingress. Now, if you remember the Paladin quest line, we're doing this in the last finale episode, I believe. We go around here, collect these journal pages from a Pony Brightmane, talking about how what happened at the Ingress. But now we're just going to enter the portal and go to the demon world of Niskara. And here we are. This is a pretty cool place, and we're going to have to do quite similar tasks as the Paladin did. There are someone else in here as well, so let's have a chat with Pony Brightmane.
Priest! Over here! It is always darkest, just before the dawn.
Thank the light, priest. I didn't want to give up hope.
Walk always in the light of the sun.
The demon jailers spoke of an upcoming invasion. Their army is gathering for something big, and it worries me greatly. Let us find whatever information we can about their plans.
Anshe's warmth guide you.
Both Arator and Delos are still somewhere on this forsaken rock, as well as many of our other allies. We cannot leave them.
Peace and patience be with you.
So similar to the quests we did as a Paladin, you're going to have to help out our allies, rescue Arator and Delos, and we also have to find this intelligence. So let's go and do that.
That's the Prophet Velen. His life may be in great danger. These are detailed travel logs. It appears the Legion has been scouring the twisting nether. But for what? I recognize this place. Is it Netherlight Temple? Is the Legion planning to invade the Priest Order Hall? Dallas, thank goodness you're alive.
You came back. I thought my end had finally come.
Never, my friend. The light stands together.
I will go ahead and help the others. We will get out of here together, sister.
Erator, are you still alive?
Yes, I'm all right. That imp mother was getting a little too close for comfort.
You should head back to the portal. The High Lord and I will take care of the rest.
Now to rescue these allies, we need to either resurrect them, the fallen ones. You can cleanse them with Purify Disease or whatever cleansing spells you have in your current spec. And we also need to heal them with either Shadow Mend, whatever spells you have available to you.
Are you here for him? You won't get past me. For ages we hunted this sanctuary known as Netherlight Temple. Hidden, was it, beneath our very noses? Finally, we sensed it. Holy light seeping through the twisting nether, blinding us. Now our armies will attack, and the temple will fall, and with it, the great prophet Velen.
We should return, High Priest. Our allies need to hear this.
I will hide in shadows no longer.
The intelligence you have gathered is further proof that the prophecy cannot be ignored. The Legion's attack is imminent, and we will not survive without the Paladins, as our allies under the light.
Until next time.
I already heard of your heroism from Della's Moonfang. Thanks to you, many lives were saved.
Let us get to work.
You and Delas have had dealings with the Paladins before. Maybe it is possible they will grant you an audience with their war council. Head to the Sanctum of Light and ask the Paladins to help us defend Netherlight Temple from Balnazzar's attack.
May light and shadow guide you.
Now, unfortunately, we cannot use the portal, so we're going to have to travel there manually, which means we should have to take the portal to Dalaran Crater, and I'll fly all the way over to Eastern Plaguelands. And here we are, at Light's Hope Chapel. Greetings, priest. The High Lord says you are to be welcomed as a guest, so long as you don't cause trouble. Yeah, priests sure are known to cause trouble, that's right. And here we see the Paladin class order hall, and we can not see any other people down here, I believe. I believe this is an instance version of, or a phased version of the order hall. Now, we don't see the commander, of course, because the commander is the leader, the High Lord of the Paladin class order hall, which is a player. But we can talk to the council he has gathered, Lady Liadrin, for example.
I am the Blade of the Light.
I have been expecting you. Delas has informed the council of Balnazzar's plan to attack Netherlight Temple. The question becomes, what role will the Paladins play in this battle, if any? We risk a great deal if we choose to aid the Conclave. This is not a decision to be made lightly. The council must discuss how to proceed. Then, let the council debate.
Remain vigilant. We have a tough decision before us. Do we aid the priests in their battle against Balnazzar? Or do we decline and wait to fight the Dreadlord on our own terms?
The temple is located deep in Legion territory. We would be putting ourselves at great risk. It will be dangerous, but we may never get such a chance again. It may be the only way.
Balnazzar will not suspect a united force. The Conclave and the Order of the Silver Hand, fighting together.
It is decided then. Pleasantries can wait.
We will help defend Netherlight Temple and lay a trap for Balnazzar.
Anaria Shala.
The priests of the Conclave are formidable allies. With our combined strength, we may just have a chance to slay the Dreadlord forever. Let Alonsus Foul know that we will be by your side and ready to fight when you need us.
Aldiel Shala.
We will accomplish much together.
With the paladins on our side, united under the light, the prophecy is fulfilled. We must now prepare. Balnazzar will attack, and we need to be ready. So, now we need to do a lot of these quests that require us to gather stuff and do world quests. We can never be too prepared for battle. The Legion will strike at any moment, and we must make ready to deal with the multitudes of injuries and afflictions. Zabra and Yalia provided me a list of their most potent potions and battle elixirs that can do everything from restore health to blind the enemy. Seems to be a typo there. We have an exhaustive list of ingredients that will need to in order to craft a respectable supply.
Until next time.
So this means that we have to gather 100 supplies, which we'll take a look at.
How may I help you?
Here we see we can basically turn in ley blood, a rune scale koi, which is a type of fish, or starlight rose, which is an herb, I believe. We brought surprise. This is surprise. These are worth 139 gold each on my server, so let's not deal with
May
those.
light and shadow guide
rune scale
you.
koi. I don't have any of those.
Until next time.
The ley blood is a little easier to get come by. As you can see, I have 7 right now, and they go for about 5 gold each on the auction house. So we're going to purchase 100 of those and turn those in eventually.
Let us get to work.
We also need to fortify the temple. We've all worked so hard turning this temple into something all priests can be proud of. It would be a shame if to see it fall to the burning legion. We must strengthen our defenses in preparation for the attack. With the right resources, we can make the temple a nearly impenetrable fortress. This requires us to complete 30 world quests. And lastly, Moira has a quest for us to gather Lumen Stone. To prepare for the battle, we will need the best armor and weapons we can get. Lumen Stone is an enchanted material that can withstand great amounts of foul magic. It is found in rare quantities all over the Broken Isles, and many of the native races use it in their own mail crafting. We should send our champions to target enemies around the Broken Isles. There should be plenty of Lumen Stone to be found in their stockpiles. This is gathered from your guessed it, follower missions. So let's go get some Lumen Stone. Our scouts reported the Vrykul have acquired a cache of Lumen Stone weapons. They intend to melt them down to great armor. So let's send out our most powerful followers here, Kalia, perhaps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out my followers now over the span of the next couple of days. These take 12 hours each, so this will take me maybe half a week or something to complete for you guys, and then we'll be back and ready to handle the siege of the temple.
May light and shadow guide you.
So now I went ahead and completed all the different follower missions. I also delivered all this ley blood to Alonso's Fowl, and I completed the last mission as well for the fortifying the temple, and by completing all the world quests. So, by the way, the world quests were reduced from 20 to 30 because we just entered patch 7.1 and the required mission was reduced. Let's talk to Moira first of all.
Ironforge has need of our sorcery, as well as our strength.
Have you acquired any Lumen Stone? There is enough Lumen Stone here to craft armor and weapons for an army. Nice work. This should be enough to make the necessary improvements to our defenses.
Until next time.
You are as dependable as you are resourceful.
Let us get to work. The Legion has begun their attack. We must send word to our allies at once. I will hide in shadows no longer.
The Burning Legion has begun their attack. I will remain here and prepare the temple's defenses. You must meet our allies in Dalaran and let them know that the battle has begun. Make haste. I do not know how long we will be able to keep Balnazzar at bay.
May light and shadow guide you.
Not all who wander are lost.
I returned to Dalaran as soon as I heard the prophecy had been fulfilled. You united the light, just as I saw it. Let us hope that your efforts will give us the strength we need to defeat Balnazzar once and for all. The Burning Legion has begun their attack. We must defend Netherlight Temple.
The light will guide your way.
You can see all the paladins have gathered here, or at least some of them. Julia Celeste, we have Arator, and Aponi Brightman as well.
At your service.
It seems we have arrived just in time. The Burning Legion has begun their attacks.
Walk always in the light.
We are armed and ready to defend Netherlight Temple. Let us aid our allies under the light and defend Netherlight Temple. To the portal! This time when we click the portal to Netherlight Temple, it hums with magic. We get a choice here to say I'm ready or I'm not ready to return. This means that we won't be able to return to our order hall until we complete this mission. So let's say we are ready to join the defense of a Netherlight Temple.
Do not give up! The High Priest has arrived with reinforcements!
Long we have searched for you, Prophet Belen. Here you thought yourself safe from the Legion's gaze. Now, finally, your soul is mine!
Balnazzar, your arrogance is mighty, but Azeroth's heroes will stand against you.
So if you couldn't guess, this is the very same quest as the one the Paladins has. We fight off against two of these larger demons of Balnazzar's army, one in each of the rooms in Netherlight Temple. And
Impressive, hero. Let us see how you do without your allies. Ugh. Enough! I tire of this game. Now, taste the true might of the Burning Legion!
Hold your ground! They won't take us down without a fight!
There are too many! It is no use. The Prophet's vision has come to pass.
Where is your light now, heroes?
The research into the Void here is commendable, but ultimately futile. How could you possibly understand what the Titans did not?
Allies, do not despair. It is I, Lothraxion, High Commander of the Grand Army of the Light. On order of High Exarch Turalion, we came as fast as we could. I am sending reinforcements down to join you. Heroes, rally beneath the light. Balnazzar, prepare to meet your end. No, I will never be defeated!
We did it! The Dreadlord is dead.
Thank you, Paladins of the Silver Hand. A great enemy is defeated this day. We have shown the Legion that Azeroth will not fall quietly.
Prophet Velen, Warriors of Light, a well-earned victory. I expected nothing less from the heroes of Azeroth.
Let us take a moment to rest and restore our temple to its intended glory.
How may I help you?
You fought well, High Priest. You have fulfilled the prophecy, but more than that, you have united the priests of Azeroth. We should take a moment to recognize all that you have accomplished.
Let us get to work. Through your guidance and strength, we have emerged the victors in a great battle that was meant to destroy us. It would be foolish to think this attack will be the last, but we should take a moment to reflect on this victory and celebrate its true hero, our High Priest. To the High Priest!
So here we have all of these, our followers here, standing around the little command map and saluting us as the High Priest.
How may I help you?
You are a leader worthy of our praise, High Priest. We get lots of rewards here. And we get to choose between Heartbeat of the Order or Dusk of the Order. I'm going to choose the Dusk. Lots of great rewards there. Robes of the High Priest. We get Dusk of the Order. We get Great Glory of the Order. 3,000 artifact power. Very nice. And also 5,000 Order resources we can use to research artifacts or improve our Order Hall. I knew from the moment we met in the quiet fields of Tirisfal that you would be the one to unite the priests. I'd like to take credit for finding our leader, but I really think the truth of it is you found us. Our time together has only just begun.
We will fight and win many more battles under your leadership, High Priest.
So as it turns out, you have to go out of the Order Hall and back in, and Alonso's Fowl will spawn back up here.
I will hide in shadows no longer.
High Priest, in our short time together, you have done much to aid the Conclave. Now with the work upon the Altar of Light and Shadow complete, it is time that we aid you. We have discovered a method to awaken the full power of your weapon. Plus, step before the altar. Please step before the altar and raise your weapon high.
Welcome, High Priest. In the course of your service to the Conclave, we have witnessed your bond with the ancient weapon you hold grow stronger. The battles you've won and the resources you've gathered have shown us a way to awaken the full potential of your artifact. Behold! The Altar of Light and Shadow shall infuse your weapon with its might! As long as our faith stays strong, and you stand as our champion, the Burning Legion will never claim Azeroth.
May the new powers of your weapon serve you well.
May light and shadow guide you.
And that's the final ending of the Priest class campaign for Legion. It's, in my opinion, just gonna put it out there, it is the weaker version of the Paladin questline. It feels like that to me because you kind of do the side quests that the Paladins don't have to do. As a Paladin, you do the same quest, or you enter the same areas, but you get a lot more storylines. You meet Lothraxion back at Niskara. You get to actually recruit and see how a priest, the Night Elf priest that we met back in Della's Moonglade, or Della's Moonfang, is that her name? Anyway, she turned into a Paladin, all that good stuff. And this priest questline feels kind of like a cop-out, where you don't really delve into the interesting things like the Scarlet Crusade. We got some brief glimpses of the Scarlet Crusade. We don't really deal with the whole troubles with the Void Lords, with the old gods, and why there is an Altar of Shadow and Light here. We don't really delve into that. It's just left there in the open. So I think the Paladin questline is a bit better than in that regard. But let's take a look at our weapon. I got some new appearances. First of all, we got this one for Xal'atath. In my opinion, the regular one is better, so I'm going to stick with that one, to be honest. For disc, we have unlocked Crest of the Redeemed. It looks very nice, kind of cool little glass mirror right there, or glass painting, I guess it's called. So that looks really nice with a burning like fume on the edges. And lastly, for Holy, we got the Banner of Purity, which is a bit smaller, I guess, bit larger version of the Pure Beacon of the Naru. That's the final chapter of the Priest class campaign for Legion done. Make sure you check out the rest of the class campaigns in the playlist. It's in the description below and the annotations right after this, so make sure you click those, and don't forget to share this with your friends if you think they will enjoy this as well. I've been Krudlis, I'll see you next time.